Are you a giver or a taker? Check out this episode of Man Talk to find out. All right, Garrett, are you a giver or a taker?
That's a hard question. I think it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, okay, so let me just tell you something I was processing recently. I was in this drive-thru, right?
Yeah.
And I was picking up a drink, non-alcohol.
Good to know. No coffee, none of that.
Yeah, exactly. I can even say alcoholic. That's how pure I am.
That's right.
But anyway, you can't pick up a drink in a drive-thru anyway. We're not in some other country. Anyway, so I'm going through, I'm getting a drink, and I go to pay, and the lady goes, "Hey, somebody paid for your drink."
Sweet.
Yeah, and I'm like, no way. And I'm looking around, trying to figure out who that might be. And it was just a total random stranger, random act of kindness, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, awesome. And then it struck me, right? Hey, why don't you just keep this going, right? So I go, hey, I'm gonna pay for the guy behind me. So, yeah. So I hand her the card, and she grabs my card, and she goes, "That's great. That'll be $12."
So she didn't tell you beforehand what the price was going to be. No. That's great.
And I was like, what? And so then I got to be honest, I was like, $12, come on. And then, the frontal lobe or whatever, the other side of me kicked in. It was like, no, this is great. You get the opportunity to bless someone 4 times more.
Exactly.
And so I don't know. As I was thinking through that and laughing about it, I was processing, really how much of a giver and a taker am I?
I guess in a situation like that, I guess that's what really would test you, right? Because with my wife, man, I think I'm more of a taker than a giver.
I have to bring her on the show and verify that.
Exactly. And with my church members, man, I hope I'm a giver.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. Is all giving and taking bad? Or is it all of it good? Or you know what I mean?
What are you giving? What are you taking?
Okay. So you think it matters what it is you're giving?
Totally. That was money, right?
Yeah.
But time, are we talking resources? Are we talking mental energy?
Oh, yeah. Like if I'm giving you my problems, that isn't a positive.
Yeah, it's like, thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
I'm dumping this situation on you.
Totally.
Okay, yeah, that's good. So maybe, see, I'm not trying to get out of it. Like, I think, I don't know, just to say, well, it's all good, it's all bad. But I think there are people in my life that are total givers. Like that's, you know what I mean? They're just, they're sold out. They're always there to help. And
right.
They're just really amazing. And then I know other people that I don't know if you ever done this, like you grab your phone and you're like, oh no, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, totally.
So, I mean, I don't know. There's got to be some sort of balance.
I want to say that I'm a giver, but there's some days that I just don't feel like giving.
Why do you think that is?
That's a great question. I think it's because, as a pastor, sometimes you feel like that you're giving an awful lot.
Right.
And then there's some days that you just don't want to talk to anybody. You don't want to give. You have nothing left to give. It seems like the well is dry.
Oh, so okay. So wait a minute. So you're saying if you don't have, there are times where you don't have anything to give, so you need to what do you do? How do you stock up?
Well, yeah, absolutely. And to me, that's where you have to go to God.
Okay.
Because there's going out and going for a hike or kayaking, that stuff's great.
Yeah.
But you have to go to the Lord, man, because that's the only place that you can truly get filled.
Oh, that's good. I remember one time when I was teaching in Lansing, you know how it is. Like I know you know how this is as a pastor. Just things happen, and then last minute someone will say, "Hey, someone didn't show, and we're going to need you to do something."
Yeah.
Whether it's a prayer or sometimes it's a talk or whatever. But this kid, who was in charge of setting up the speakers, and we had a speaker coming in, the guy just canceled. And I don't know his reason. I'm sure it was a good one, but
yeah.
But anyway, she came to me and said, "We need you to do the speaking."
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't have my devotional time that morning.
Yeah.
And I didn't have anything to give.
Yeah, and you're supposed to, right?
Right. And it was like, oh man. So you start processing old material.
Right.
But I remember that hitting me. God was like, man, I really need my time with you, because I want to give you. So like this is what's crazy. He's giving to me. I'm taking, right? So this is a good take.
Absolutely.
And then I'm like loaded up, right? You know, in the Bible, back in the olden days, like it used to come down from the heavens in the morning, right? Manna, this
Totally.
bread.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you have these loaves of bread when you stock up, and you're just looking for people who are hungry, and you're like, here you go. And you
Yeah.
can give because you've been taking from the right source. But if you're not taking, you're sold out.
You can't give something that you don't have.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, it reminds me of that. There's this text in the Bible. So because you were saying like you were just tapped out, you had nothing else to give. This Matthew 11:28. Come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest.
And that's just it. Like, it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing to get to the point to where you don't have anything left.
Yeah.
Like I think, like Jesus says, "Blessed are those that hunger and thirst." So, like, if you're never hungry or thirsty, you always have something to give. There's a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Right. Yeah. You're not giving away your stock.
You're just keeping it all.
Right. Yeah. No, that's solid. That's solid. But just know where you're getting it. Because here's another thing too. There's other times I've tried to recreate or you know to fill up on something, and maybe I sit in front of a television or whatever. But I'm not getting anything. I'm just shutting off.
You're just numbing.
Yeah. There's nothing to give off of that, and we just need to make sure that that we're getting from the right source.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's our challenge, right? Our challenge this week, okay, get from the right source, right? If you're going to be a taker, take from Christ. Spend that time every morning or evening or whenever you're able to do that, right? Stock up on Jesus. Hear what he's trying to tell you. Because some of the times he's telling it for you, but other times he's loading you up to give it to someone else. So make sure you take as much as you can every morning. He's willing to dump on you for the blessings of heaven, right? And then look for opportunities to give. So be a giver and a taker maybe this week.
That's right. I like
Amen.
that.
Amen. All right, hey, so that's Man Talk.
Love it.
All right, so Man Talk, 3 things, right?
Okay.
Love God.
Love God.
Love everybody.
Love everybody.
And
duct tape fixes everything.
duct tape
Everything.
fixes everything. All right. Thanks so much for watching. God bless you guys.